Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. You're listening to the Backstory Podcast. Now, before we start this podcast, I just want to wish you guys Merry Christmas to every single person that are watching and listening to my podcast on my YouTube channel. And thank you guys so much for subscribing. It means the world to me. In today's podcast, we're going to talk about e-commerce and specifically dropshipping. So what is dropshipping? Dropshipping is basically you are the middleman between the supplier and the future customer. And how does it work? Basically, you create your own store on internet and you choose a product on one of the Chinese companies, for example, AliExpress, that have a lot of suppliers. And what you're going to do is basically you're going to choose a product that can cost you $2, $3, $5, and you're going to put it on your website, not physically, but just on digital platforms. And you're going to promote it through the platforms, for example, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Facebook or Instagram are well known about making those ads and being successful, sort of. And basically the people will come and buy the product at the price that you want to sell it. It doesn't matter that if it's $30, $40, $50, that depends on the product and depends on how much do you want to sell that product. But the problem in the drop shipping world is that a lot of people don't really understand is that not the courses that you're going to buy from those people who claim that they're winning 6 to 7 figures, and by actually buying their courses that can cost you $300 to $1,500, you will be able to make the same figures. I believe it's not going to happen. I believe that not only they're just selling courses online and that's their main source of income, but also I believe that it also can make you win a lot of money. For example, you can make 6 to 7 figures, but not as a beginner, not as a person who don't know ads, who don't know advertising, who don't know how to use the platform of Facebook or Instagram in the business part, in the business world. Because at the end of the day, as a middleman between the supplier and the customer, your main tasks are going to be advertising. If you don't know how to put publicity on Facebook or on Instagram, you're not going to be able to promote your product and also sell it to the future customers. Now, how am I going to know all of this? I have done a lot of research and I can tell you guys for sure that basic knowledge is not really enough in order for you to make 6 to 7 figures just by a product or by a store, for example. The reason why it's because you don't know which strategy is going to work in terms of advertising that product. It could work, it could not work. That's it. And the thing is, you're gonna have to spend a lot of money doing advertising. It's not $50 that will make you that will make your store more attractive, or that will actually make people buy the product by $50 of advertising. I believe that it will cost you even more. It can cost you to $300 to $500 to $1,000. That depends on the type of advertising and how do you want to put the ads on Facebook or on Instagram, for example. And that's a lot. That's the thing. That's a lot of people don't really understand that. And they say, well, you just need to have a basic knowledge of ads or advertising, for example. Unfortunately, I can say for sure, and I am 100% sure that you need more than basic knowledge if you want to make a profit in the e-commerce world, and specifically drop shipping. I mean, you can sell but you don't know if you will have if you will be actually in the green zone or not, because at the end of the day, if you're gonna create your own store, if you're gonna make all these apps work for you, um, to sell the product, to add to make advertising the product, to pay also for, I don't know, influencers, for example, that can promote your product, that will cost you a lot of money. And that depends on every person, on every product, also on every store. So that's why for me, those people who are selling courses online are not really worth it. Not only are you going to spend money buying that course that is actually not worth much, but also at the same time, you will have to make ads. In order for you to make ads, you will have to spend a lot of money. I've seen a lot of people losing a lot of money through e-commerce, dropshipping. I've seen people start making profit. So that just depends. And for me, the only way to make profit in the e-commerce and dropshipping, you have to have like not just basic knowledge, but you have to have like a lot of knowledge in the social media platforms in terms of the business part, and how to make ads. That's very, very important, guys. I am 100% sure that that's the way you should approach drop shipping. Not knowing how to create a store, because that's easy. You go to Shopify, you fill your information, and the store is created in 2 seconds, just like this. So my advice to all of you guys who are influenced by those gurus, those people who are showing you homes in, I don't know, in Asia, in Bali or something, and they're showing you that actually they're living the great life. They're living the great life because they're selling those courses. Just imagine if a course cost $1,000. If 30 people just buy that product, that course, it will make him win $30,000. So he's actually making a lot of money just by selling a course. So as a conclusion, guys, be careful and make a lot of research before you start. You go into a business, into especially the drop shipping business. Make a lot of research about advertising. Learn how you can make ads through social media, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, for example. Just make a lot of research before you enter that world, because that world is so huge that you won't be able to keep up with it. And each year or each month, it can change. So just be careful, guys. Anyway, guys, that was the end of the podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to. Anyway, guys, that was the end of the podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. Don't forget to subscribe, to thumbs up. And yeah, God bless you guys. And I will see you guys on another podcast. Peace.